Hello, hello. Um, I don't think I'm gonna stream very long. I probably shouldn't have started stream, but I had an urge to stream, but it's like almost 5 a.m., so maybe we'll stream for like 1 hour. And I also kind of promised I would stream, so technically I'm doing that. Um, so I wanted to stream. Kind Words is a game I used to play a lot on stream like a while ago. And like now that in retrospect, it's like a really good ASMR game because it gives you like things to talk about and you get to like, spread some kindness. What's not to love about that? The only downside is like it gives the appearance of being like a comfy game and a lot of the time it is, but um there's also because people are obviously, can put pretty much anything they want on their request. It can also get pretty like heavy. Um, Not dark per se, but obviously people like can, people put um some pretty sensitive subjects. So I guess we'll just find out. Like I've never really had anything super crazy. I don't think so anyways. Okay. I think I'm on the right account. I should have all my stickers, I hope. These kinds of things I don't really think these are made to be responded to. Like it's like a kind of like a poem, but I don't, not really sure how to. Mm, I think he's kind of just speaking into the void more so than wanting people to respond. Okay, next. What is love? I haven't have a boyfriend or girlfriend so far. I am not looking for someone, but I really curious about what it feels like. I don't know if I'm qualified to answer this question. At least, like, my perception of love probably isn't the correct one. Okay, I'm gonna skip this one because I don't feel qualified to answer. When I get an emotional nostalgia rush, I'll remember working hard at uni and being creative, and I'll want to be more productive. But it keeps fading before I can take physical action. It drives me nuts. Oh goodness, I kind of need to. The mic is kind of in a weird spot for me. Okay, I'm gonna have to like shift to the left so I can type. Kind of like an awkward typing position. Okay. Oops. Hi, Em. I like to type like really formally when I play this game. Um, I think like this is like a kind of like a classic case of like, they say like motivation is like fleeting, right? And discipline is eternal or something like that. I am. I think. Oh, wait, what? What was that? A kid like bind on my keyboard I wasn't aware of. I think motivation like that is fleeting. Um, in my experience, enjoyment often comes after the fact, especially if you struggle with depression. Not to say that you do, just saying. Um, Let's see. I think people like it when you empathize with them. I too, oftentimes. This person also wrote with like correct grammar and sentence structure, which I appreciate. Get sparks of inspiration that disappear all too soon. If Well, I don't really know exactly what they're talking about. I remember working hard at uni, being creative, and I want to be more productive. The reality is discipline is usually not particularly pleasant. Did I spell that right? Did I spell that right? Pleasant. Hmm. I think we all can relate to this. But yeah, you kind of just have to do it. Okay, I am on the right account because I think I don't know if I have all the stickers yet. I always try to pick a sticker that's like kind of fitting to the subject. Maybe, I don't know, I kind of want to pick one that has to do with hard work. Um, I think the fire would be pretty good. But you do things anyway because you know some part of you still desires it. Send. Boop. Nice. First one of the night, or of the morning, I guess. I'm struggling to know how to approach friendships with past athletes I used to coach. Uh, this is interesting. I made friends with my old coaches, which are great even now. I want the best for them, and I'm very cautious slash hesitant. Mm, this is interesting. Obviously, I would know nothing about what it means to coach someone, and this person is also like a lot younger than I would think a coach would be. Um, I think I kind of Hi V. Honestly, I'm not sure if um attempting to form relationships. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think I don't know anything about coaching, but I think trying to befriend people you coach may inherently be a little inappropriate. It sounds like your relationships with them are professional first and foremost, I would think. I don't know. I've never really, usually when we talk about like inappropriate relationships, people think like students and their teachers or like viewers and streamers. I feel like this like coaching thing is not too far off from like teacher student kind of dynamic. I think trying to befriend people you coach may inherently be a little inappropriate. Your relationships with them are professional first and foremost, I would think. Hmm. I'm struggling to know how to approach friendships. It sounds like I don't know if they're implying that they were already friends to begin with. I think if nothing else, I would not. I would wait for your athletes to take the initiative if they are interested. And hi, Chunky. Hello. If they're interested in involving you in their personal lives. What a very interesting question or inquiry. How are you, Chunky? I don't know anything about coaching, but I think trying to befriend people you coach may inherently be a little inappropriate. Your relationships with them are professional first and foremost, I would think. If nothing else, I would wait for your athletes to take the initiative if they're interested in involving you in their personal lives. And then go from there. Did I spell initiative right? I always spell that wrong. A knit. I did, nice. You bought Darkest Dungeon? You know, I've never actually played that game. What's the genre? I've heard of it so many times, but I don't actually know. Is it a roguelike? I know, I assume it's an RPG. Turn-based? Oh. I'm not really sure what to put for this one. We'll send the capybara. The first is a long term. Wait, what? Are they like? Are you saying that like the two games are like wildly different? You train heroes and upgrade buildings. Oh, sounds like. Oh man, I just like I kind of wince at any game that has to do with upgrading buildings. Every game I know about that I've experienced that's about upgrading buildings, I just instantly think to games like Clash of Clans where you have to like pay. You don't have to, but like where they heavily incentivize paying to progress. But I guess that's not a good analogy since that's a free to play game. I guess also there's like RTS games that I've played that where you can like upgrade buildings, I suppose. And that makes it sound like a strategy type of game. And the first, when you lose a hero, you have to train another one. The second, when one dies, it's not too much to replace them. Oh, I see. So the first one is more roguelike. Oh, can I turn that off? That's like that noise. I do not like that noise. How do you deal with compassion fatigue? Hmm. That's an interesting question. Well, that's an interesting question. The first is more connected with the runs, the second is more roguelike. Okay. I don't really know what the second one. Compassion fatigue. I think this is kind of like I might be. I hope I'm not misunderstanding, but like something that I've thought about often is like just because you're having a bad day doesn't give you like any. It doesn't just. I guess it kind of like gives an excuse, like it's an explanation, but like even if you're having a bad day, you should try your best to still be as like pleasant to people as you would even if you're having a good day. Like obviously it'd be more difficult, but like I think that's what they're getting at. Like not necessarily that like they're having a bad day, but like obviously like there's times when like you're not feeling as compassionate like as you would like to, and you would like to think it's more of like a constant thing than something you have to put effort towards. I think unfortunately it's not that like rosy. Ivy. I think I think compassion, like many other things, is something that must be practiced with discipline. Discipline? Discipline. Discipline. even if you're even if you are tired or even or had a really bad day, you'll never lose your sense of how you would like to treat others, I guess. I think in that case, hmm, I think in that case, what's most important is being what's most important is being what's the word? What's the word? Mindful. Being mindful. Um, I think in that case, what's most important is being mindful about what you objectively would like to strive towards. I think compassion, like many other things, it kind of relates to the thing we just wrote. I think compassion, like many other things, is something that must be practiced with discipline. Even if you're tired or had a really bad day, had a really bad day, you'll never lose your sense of how you would like to treat others. I think in that case, what's most important is being mindful about what you objectively would like to strive towards. Mm, mm. Your energy may be maybe inconsistent, but your sense of morality should be much more static, or your sense of morality never changes. I hope I know like this is what they were getting at. I'm sure like a lot of times when I've done these, um, oh, I forgot the sign. I forgot to write the ending. Whoops, I forgot about that. No, wait. How do I space? How do I space? Dude, no. Okay, well, it's not enter. I think I hit the limit. Best wishes. There you go. Ended with the closing. I don't really know what a good one would be for this. Maybe I don't know. I think the is this a hedgehog or porcupine? I don't know. Whatever this is, it's like really cute. It's this is one of my favorite stickers. Yeah, I hope I like didn't completely like go on a tangent, not even related to what they were talking about. 40-hour weeks for 40 more years. I don't know if I can do it. Oh, I don't know. Where's one that's like not my most like not my most elegant letter. Oof. Here we go. I recently figured out that my past experience with love has made me extremely scared of attachment. I feel like I'll never be able to express love ever again. I can't even give people compliments and keep everyone at a distance. I'll be alone in my head forever. Ooh, I don't really know if I have. I don't really know if I can give practical advice for this. I have a book about this, but I never like. I don't think I finished it. Okay, you probably already know this, but it sounds like you've developed an avoidant attachment style. I've kind of like when I talk to you guys about how like I really don't like people giving me things, like in my overvaluation of independence. I think it's somewhat similar. I wouldn't describe myself as an avoidant, like having an avoidant attachment style. Well, I think like I I think I have a little bit of both, like of elements of like anxious and avoidant attachment, depending on the context. But certainly I don't. I would say I'm more anxious and avoidant. Mm, I don't know. I don't like. If they had said like they had an anxious attachment style, I could probably give them like some advice because I've looked into it myself. But uh, for avoidant, what do you usually tell? Like, what do they usually do in therapy? Um, I would think, or I would think, like many other things, you'll have you'll have to make yourself inherently. You have to force yourself to become to be uncomfortable by taking a risk in people. You'll have to force yourself to be uncomfortable before you'll be able to rewire your brain to be open again. I don't really think I could say much more than that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your past experience.
But I hope you'll be able to find someone. Well, they're not necessarily talking about romantic love. Um, mm, I hope you'll be able to find. I hope you'll be able to rediscover your. Oh, no. Okay, well, we need to space this back because I want to finish this thought. I hope you'll rediscover your ability to love, and even stronger than before. No. I guess I can say, I hope you'll be able to rediscover your ability to love even stronger. Nice. Alright, so like, if I can't fit the closing, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather like finish my thought. Hi Kay, you probably already know this, but it sounds like you developed an avoidant attachment style. I would think, like many other things, you'll have to force yourself to be uncomfortable by taking a risk in people before you'll be able to rewire your brain to be open again. I'm sorry for your past experience, but I hope you'll be able to rediscover your ability to love even stronger than before. That sounds good. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of love-themed pictures. Like, I would have wished there was just a picture where, like, there's something giving a hug. That would have been cool. I guess if I click really fast, I can get out of that. I struggle really hard with anxiety, and it makes it really hard to talk to people. I always feel like they don't even want to talk to me. Eventually, I'll be all alone because I just can't communicate my feelings. I'm just trapped in my own head, and I don't know how to get out. I don't know. This is a tough one. Well, it's also kind of, it's hard to answer this without like specific context. Like their anxiety comes from this second part, right? I always feel like they don't even want to talk to me. And not to be like pessimistic, but like that's not, like there's a balance to all things. So it's not like completely one way or the other, but there is some like validity to that. Like, for example, like let's say I'm working out at the gym and I just go up to some random person and start talking to them while they're working out, like in the middle of their workout, like, you know, or even if I just like talk to some random stranger at the grocery store, I don't know. Like the point being is that like they're, I think they're probably overthinking it, but like certainly there are situations where like people do, they they don't necessarily. It's not they don't necessarily want to talk to you. They just don't want to talk to anyone in general, and it's like I think when you have this kind of anxiety, you think like there's something wrong with you. I don't know. I honestly can't empathize with this too much because like, I did have this a period in my life where I think I was sort of like this, but it didn't last very long. Like for the most part, even though I describe myself as an introvert, I've been like pretty social my entire life. Um, mm, I think I can put some words on the page. Hi, Kate. The reality is that you will meet people that like you, and you will also meet people that dislike you. That's life. To be free, to be free and confident is to first stop caring what other people think about you. You certainly can't please everyone, nor should you want to. Oh wait, I forgot to. The reality is that you will meet people that like you, and you will also meet people that dislike you. That's life. To be confident, to be free and confident, is to first stop caring what other people think about you. You certainly can't please everyone, nor should you want to. It sounds like you're putting other people on a pedestal. Just be yourself and speak freely. The people that stick around um, are who you were. Uh, I think I could end it there. I don't know. No, I think I'm gonna end it there. I think I got my point across. Best wishes. Think I got my point across. I think it sounds a little hard. I feel like my tone is a bit like harsh in this letter, but it sounds like the root is like they're super in their own head about what people think about them. Because I do think like the root of a lot of like anxiety, it's social anxiety, is you're afraid of like basically embarrassing yourself. But it's like I feel like as you get older, you realize it's not that deep and no one gives a shit. Is there like a creature that's super zen other than the little octopus? I guess that's the best one. Hmm. I have a toothache. Okay, not really much to say about that. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I was thinking about writing something silly. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the same exact. I try not to like respond if I feel like the person like I've already responded to the person before and they're just like kind of duplicating their thoughts. Tonight I dreamt of this girl I liked back then, but I disappointed. Was so hurt and masking so much I pushed her away. Don't want to be harsh on myself, but I was an idiot. I just wish it wasn't that hurtful for her as it was for me. Can't change the past, but it's there. Hmm. I don't really know if there's much for me to comment on this. This is like I think it's one of those things where like you have to learn to forgive yourself, but it's also like things like this. There's really not a whole lot of practical advice to give because it's like entirely in your head, right? It's like just one of those things you have to like get over and move on. But like other than that, there's not really any like tangible, concrete things you can do. Like um at least in my experience, when I've had something like this, it's also just like a matter of like waiting it out. Like time heals all, as they say. I think I'll just say that. I'll kind of relate. Oh yeah. In my experience, you should just try your best to just take life one day at a time. And eventually, you'll reach a point where those unpleasant memories don't sting as much as they used to. Time heals all, as they say. Forgive yourself and be better for the next person. Best wishes. What do I usually sign this with? Um, I guess you can't because it's anonymous, right? And I don't know what my pseudonym is, like what my own letter is. Mm, when would you ever use this sticker? Hmm, trying to think what would be the most appropriate here. I don't know. Hmm, I don't know. I'm feeling the astronaut thing, guy. Hi, Al. In my experience, you should try your best to just take life one day at a time. Then eventually you'll reach a point. You reach a point where those unpleasant memories don't sting as much as they used to. Time heals all, as they say. Forgive yourself and be better for the next person. Best wishes. Again, though, like a lot of these people, they don't necessarily like want, or they're not necessarily looking for like responses. They're kind of just like venting. Um, they're kind of just venting to the world. I don't know if this is the same person, but I'm pretty sure it is. But just by like the way they're writing, um, I'm worried about how I came across with my ex. I kept sending him messages and he didn't respond. I poured my heart out to him, and now I'm wondering if that was a good idea. Was that a lowercase L or was that an I? I think it's never lowercase L. Hi, L. It sounds like you are grieving a relationship. Um, that has long, um, what's the term I'm looking for here? The phrase. And then that ended before you were, um, that ended before you were ready for it to. And that's fine, but It sounds like your ex is mentally checked out. Um, which is also fine. You need to accept. It's cliche. I wish you can't really put like the little accent on, but it sounds like you need to move on and stop investing your energy into something that will never be. At this point, it's, I think bothering your ex would only further, would only push you further away. Would only widen the gap between you two. Involved in their life. Non-romantically. No, actually, I don't think I should put that. Hi, Al. It sounds like you're grieving a relationship that ended before you were ready for it. And that's fine, but it sounds like your ex is mentally checked out. It's cliche, but you need to move on and stop investing your energy into something that will never be. At this point, I think bothering your ex would only widen the gap between you two. I don't really, honestly. Oh, I hit my mic. No, come back. Sorry. From this point forward, choose yourself. I think that pretty much sums it up. Like just the very beginning of it doesn't really like it's. I'm worried about how I came across to my ex. It just seems like it's not healthy, right? Like they're your ex. I don't. At that point, like you really shouldn't care what they think about you. I mean, insofar as like obviously they're not like a stranger, but I assume most people when they break up, they don't, they don't exactly stay very connected afterwards. Um, mm-hmm. Is this the same person? I don't think so. I hate people judging me like I hate feeling judged, so I just keep to myself and don't talk to anyone. I'm scared of people shaming or criticizing me since I was abused emotionally in my home growing up. Hi, Al. I'm kind of just going to reiterate what I said to the other person. Throughout life, you will meet people that like you, and you will meet people that dislike you. if you play it neutral, you'll never make any relationships. Mm, easier said than done, but you just have to stop caring what other people think about you. You are doing yourself a disservice. Is disservice filled with one S or two S? I think it's two. Let me look that up. I want to say it's two. I could be wrong though. Could be wrong. You are doing yourself a disservice by limiting your own social potential. People will judge you, but in the end, it is your decision. It is your decision to decide how you will. No. To let that control your life will keep you from experiencing things. No, that sounds so inelegant. You are doing yourself a disservice by limiting your own social potential. People will judge you. To let that control your life. To let that control your life when they'll probably never remember you, or when they'll probably forget you the next day is silly. I guess we're just gonna stop doing the closings. Hi Al, throughout life you will meet people that like you and you will meet people that dislike you. If you play it neutral, you'll never make any relationships. Easier said than done, but you just have to stop caring what other people think about you. You are doing yourself a disservice by limiting your own social potential. People will judge you. To let that control your life when they'll probably forget about you. Forget about you the next day is silly. Life is too short to care about that. To care. No, I don't have enough to fit like a thought here. I can't like finish the about that. I'll just end it there. My friend passed away years ago. She was very sick and in severe pains. I'm ashamed that I can't just let her go. I'm being too selfish. I should wish her peace instead of bothering her with my sadness. I don't really know if there's much to say about this. Yeah, I don't know if I can. I think I'm gonna skip this one because I don't think I could write something that would be I don't think I could respond to this one well. I don't think it'd be very productive. I want to design a desktop companion game, but don't know where to start. Drawing, playing, method, coding. I just don't want my idea to dissipate. Hi Z. Um. Oh, should I? I might get like slack for this. We live in an era. We live in an era, especially with AI, that you can learn how to do things and how to you can learn how to do things and create things at incredible speed, even if hi Trinity, how long have you been here? How long have you been here? I'm about to end the stream. Actually, it's getting pretty late. This wasn't meant to be a normal length stream. I'll probably do one more after this, and then I gotta end the stream. I thought your sleep schedule was back to normal. I thought you couldn't stay up this late. Are we dead ass? What? Yes, yes, yes. I'm ending stream in like 5 minutes. Yes. You end as soon as I get here. I didn't tell you to come in late. Even if L L Trinity L, or are you saying L fell L Trinity? Oh. In any case, developing a game entirely on your own is a massive undertaking. Not the only way. Fortunately, life is a very long time. I think just get started now and take tiny steps to learn more and more. Even if the game doesn't work out, you'll know so much more in the future. Your sleep schedule was never fixed. Same. Boop. Hi, Z. We live in an era, especially with AI, that you can learn how to do things and create things at incredible speed. In any case, developing a game entirely on your own is a massive undertaking, but fortunately, life is a very long time. Or life. I'll leave it at that. just get started now and take tiny steps to learn more and more. Even if the game doesn't work out, you'll know so much more in the future. Oh, that deer is freaky. Okay, we'll do one more. Always want to hang out with my friend, but afraid of him thinking I like him. I enjoy hanging out with him as friends, but I admit I have a crush on him. But I clearly don't want him. But I also clearly know he doesn't like me. Wait, I don't understand. I have a crush on him, but I don't want him. Isn't that like at odds with each other? I guess you can like maybe like there's other circumstances. And also clearly know he doesn't like me. I'm upset for the situation. That is kind of odd. That's kind of hard, right? If you end up like developing feelings for your friend, like they're like liking someone romantically is like literally like it's like almost entirely emotional, right? So you can't like control it per se. I mean, you can. It just is like, it's gonna be a lot more difficult to hang around someone you like than someone that you don't. Or someone that you only like platonically? Hmm. I think the cleanest solution, hi, yes. Honestly, I think the cleanest, I think the simplest and best thing you can do here to ease your heart is to tell him basically everything you just said here. Once you know that he understands your perspective, you'll be able to go back to acting naturally around him. Well, it sounds like they're pretty young, though. How do people find this game? Hi, yes. Honestly, I think the simplest investing you can do here to ease your heart is to tell him basically everything you just said here. Once you know that he understands your perspective, you'll be able to go back to acting naturally around him. If communicating your feelings to him ends up pushing him away, then he probably wasn't a very compassionate person to begin with. It's a good one. I think we'll just go with the default one. I think this is the first one. Oh, actually, no. This is, if I remember correctly, they give everyone one random sticker. So you don't all start with the same one. Okay, I think we're gonna end it there. Sometimes I do this for a little bit, and by the time I get like I take a break or I stop, I already got like a thank you from people from the beginning. Oh, like this. Oh my god, new sticker. So I haven't got them all yet. I haven't collected them all yet. Wow. Yeah, it's somewhat rare, but yeah, usually when you end the session, you might have one or two. But like when I log in tomorrow, I'll probably have a lot more. Um, Shout out to D and S for their kind words. My anxieties have been heard and my spirits feel lifted. Okay, well, I would stream longer, but I started this stream at 4:30 in the morning. So, not exactly like, not exactly the I mean, I have to be up for work in like 3.5 hours. Not exactly the best timing for this kind of thing, but maybe I'll go lay in bed and run. No, probably I shouldn't do that either. I really just need to. When are you going to sleep, Trinity? When do you go to bed? Kinetic Yordle. Yordle? Hello. I'm sorry. I'm about to end stream. Hello, how are you though? Thanks for stopping by. We were just writing some letters to people.
kinetic energy. Thank you for the follow. Few hours? Oh man, that's crazy. You're gonna be up longer than I will be. It's rare for me to meet someone that stays up even longer than I do. Yeah, sorry. I usually don't stream this late. Well, usually, like I try to stream like a few hours earlier. But today yeah, I took a nap too. I took a nap and I woke up at like 2 a.m. I think, and yeah, I should have streamed. I tried to stream at like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. It's 5:37 for me in the morning. I'm Central Time Zone. It would be irresponsible of me to keep streaming. Although I'm sure you would like me to, Trinity. But, I have a job and I have a job and a job and, a job. And unfortunately, people expect me to be, available at a certain time. And yeah, you need sleep. I'm getting a little tired. It's 12:40. Oh, so you're European. Well, I hope you'll be able to catch the next stream, Kinetic. I try to stream every day, but it's in practice, it's more like it averages out to like every other day. um, if you're European, then it sounds like most of my streams would be at a very inopportune time for you, given I stream at night for like the US. So for you, it'd be like really early in the morning. Okay. You don't know why you're even here? What is that supposed to mean? Even though it wasn't long, you still had a great time. You're here for a good time, not a long time. I hate you. You're so dramatic. I said this in the Discord. Why are you're so dramatic? I did just say that. Ooh, ah. I don't think. Well, I kind of already knew that, like in general, games aren't any kind of game. Even like a game like this, that I think is inherently like ASMR esque. Or like people just like see you playing a game on the preview and they don't want to watch you. I guess. Oh, hello, puppy coated horse girl. Thank you for the follow. How is that? What if you were a horse coated puppy girl? How is life treating you? Sounds just like a huge identity crisis. Thank you for the follow. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry for anyone that just showed up. I have to end the streamer. Because I need to go to sleeper. Amazing, really? Okay, here. I'll tell you what. I'll sit here and I'll talk to you guys just for a little bit longer, okay? Because some people showed up. We'll try to go for the usual. I'll give you like 20 more minutes. My streams are like usually pretty short. It's not that long. Let me close my game. Yeah, no, my streams are usually like I usually only have the energy to stream for like an hour and a half, but oh no. Wait, hold on. Whoops. I accidentally closed out my VTube studio. I did not mean to do that. Hold on, I'm coming back. I promise.
I promise. I promise. There I am. I'm a fox, actually. Believe it or not, I'm not a wolf or a cat. I'm a fox. Um, Let me shade myself back to dark. Boop. Oh goodness, I hope this doesn't look weird. Okay, we're good. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? There you guys are. Foxes cooler? Really? You think foxes are cooler than wolves? I feel like that's a pretty like minority opinion. I feel like, well, W Wolfie Catboy L dot. I think well, I think most people think like wolves are more associated with like masculinity. So like by proxy they tend to think wolves are cooler. Like foxes are more like, I don't even know. I don't even want to say foxes are more like feminine in context, but it's like they're more, I don't know. It just being a wolf wouldn't fit me, and neither would being a cat boy. I think fox is a good like middle ground. It's because they aren't as common. Hmm. I feel like I guess that's true, relatively speaking, but when it comes to VTubers, like there are a lot of foxes. Maybe not a lot of fox boys, but there's certainly a lot of foxes. There are a lot of foxes. Hmm. Oh, and good news, guys. I had another very not. It could have been better. There weren't. I didn't like. I probably didn't do the right like priority of work, but I was pretty productive. On Wednesday. I can't believe it's already Thursday. Life goes by so quick when you're busy, busy, busy. Tomorrow? Tomorrow will be Friday. I just can't believe it. It's like you blink and you're already at the end of the week. Am I a singer? What makes you say that? What makes you think I'm a singer? I sing, but I wouldn't call myself a singer. Or like on very rare occasions, I'll sing. And when I say rare, I mean like I've only done it once on stream. My favorite song? Mm, it's either Iris by, I forget the original artist. The karaoke. Oh, that's just like a super rare. The reason why it's so expensive is because of the opposite. Because I'm not a singer, that's why it's so expensive. Okay, probably Iris by Goo Goo Dolls or Hey There Delilah. Like, like I sing those a lot, like off stream to myself. Like Iris is like the best love song ever. Hey There Delilah is pretty close. I don't know. Have I been, guys? I don't know if I've been talking softly enough. I always get into my head about if I'm really doing like, maybe I'm just talking normally. Like, I get like so in my head about if am I really doing ASMR. At least if I like whisper, I know it's ASMR. You don't know the other one, really? What the? I think it's a little bit older. You should. Well, I don't listen to Goo Goo Dolls version. I listen to this version by I think it's by Breaking Benjamin and Dia.
Diamite? Is it? I think that's her name. Yeah, I listened to like a cover of it. Um, Highly recommend it though if you're in the love songs. Her voice is nice. It's always ASMR. I don't know about that. I think it's a bit more. I think it's a little convoluted or a bit more complex. You know. Well, I guess that's not true because like my friend Zioren, I feel like he has a very comfy sounding voice, and to him, he's just talking normally. Horse Girl is 22, so she's in a lot of older songs. Oh, I see, I see. Well, maybe one day I'll sing it on stream. You guys. Flatter me more. I don't I don't know. I think I can I think people often say my voice is soothing, but like what does that really mean in practice? Is I guess like when you like someone's voice, it's not really something you can explain, right? It just is. It's like liking someone's face. I don't know. It's not something that's like it just is. I'm kind of leaning back in my chair. Oh, I'm tripping. Oh, yawners. Mm, I don't know, guys. I've been like, ever since my side business thing has started winding down, I've kind of had too much free time. Well, I guess I should, you know, I can stream again, but I like being busy. I think I'm gonna, hopefully soon I can ramp it up again because I like being busy. Thank you for the headphones. Like today. Well, after stream, I'm probably just gonna go. Hopefully, I could just fall asleep instantly. Waiting for bonk redeem. I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, I froze. I don't think that's happening. Sorry. Does that sound for like? I don't know. I feel like sometimes I say that it sounds pretentious. Like, oh, I have too much free time. You're so dramatic. Is this supposed to be big? What am I supposed? I know what you want me to say. You want me to say something like, "No, I don't hate you. You just be." You want me to like reassure you? Is that what you want? Well, I'm not buying it. Only I can be reassured. Hmm. Oh, I guess you guys can't hear. I'm still listening to the lo-fi. You guys are listening to my background music. And we're not listening to the same things right now. Oh no. What is life? What are we doing, you know? Maybe life is about going through the motions. I need this. This is what happens when I have too much free time.
I start getting all philosophical and like getting in my head and I get depressed. It's also why it helps. Like it's better for me to be busy than to like have too much time because then I think and thinking is bad for me. Stop it. Stop what? What am I stopping? Sleep in school? Uh, I kind of miss that honestly. Like I wouldn't go back to school because making money is nice, but like school is, mm, how do I make this analogy? School, prison, and the military have, one of the things they all have in common is they have a very set routine. And, for people like me, like that's very nice. To like, I like it when things are figured out for me. I don't want to go back to school and I don't want to join the military, so I guess I gotta go to prison. Free food? Do you get free food at school? My school, well, no, when I was a kid, my school didn't have free food, but eventually, like my state is so like the state that I live in is so crappy that at some point they mandated like there were so many like um kids that like qualified for free food, free lunch, but they weren't filling out the application to do it, to get it, that the state just decided that they were going to give everybody free lunch at some point in my life. I think it started when I was in mm, eighth grade, I want to say. I don't remember exactly. But, but for most of my life, um, even at, like in mandatory education, you have to pay for food. What are you going to do to be put in prison? Probably like tax evasion or something. I've probably already done that a few times in Minecraft. Everyone does tax evasion, whether they know about it or not. Some of us to lesser extents in Minecraft. And who likes paying taxes? Hmm. In Minecraft. Oh, Trinity, if it were up to me, you know, I would stay here with you guys and, well, like, how do I put this? Like, I enjoy the presence of you guys, but I feel compelled to, like, I don't know. Well, okay, if we just ignore the fact that I need to go to sleep for work, and putting that aside, like, even if it's not necessarily like in person, I enjoy like the the presence of other people, even like within this capacity. So it's nice just being here. But like I feel compelled to at least like have something to talk about. So we're not gonna sit here in silence, right? Like even though I wouldn't mind it, I would feel bad about that. Okay, good night, horse girl. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. But I don't know. Maybe I'm also overthinking it. But I feel like if I didn't pressure myself to like keep talking, I could probably like I wouldn't mind just probably sitting here for another hour and just like rambling as like things come to me. But like it'd probably be mostly just like I don't know, dead silence. Like if I'm gonna do that, I at least need to like make the mic more sensitive so you guys can hear me breathe or something. That's the one thing that like you can't really experience well like over the internet as you could like in person. Like just enjoying someone's physical presence, I guess. That's a lot more intangible, obviously, over the internet. I remember my friends and me got the same food in the last year of school every day. A pizza, some margarita, and sour cream. Oh, did you go to one of those schools where like you could order the same thing every day? The schools I went to, they made something different every day, and if you didn't like it, tough luck. But then I also went to a school where it was more like that, where like they would make the same things every day. I'll have you guys know, felt fact. I went to three different high schools throughout my life. It was only the last high school that I actually spent more than 1 year at. You walk to a supermarket, they let you do that? I guess by the time you get in high school, well, I don't know. I guess by the time you get to high school, you have a bit more freedom, but I don't like, I would think generally in the US, you're not really allowed to like leave campus even during your lunch break. Wait, 45 minutes. That's also pretty generous. I think my lunch break was always 30 minutes no matter what. Mm, you could go home. Yeah, see, I guess it depends on the school. Like some schools I had, you could never leave campus. It was just like not allowed. But then I think the last school I went to, they were a bit more lax about it. Lunch and study periods. Okay, this is another thing I never had that like, I could never like relate to. I never had study hall periods. Like even when I like went to school in a different state, there was like every period you were doing something. You like had like I had like 7 to 8 classes. Um, I think it was like mostly seven. Mm. Okay, guys, we need to say our farewells. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, please. Please join the Discord. Sometimes, really, the best thing about the Discord, I would think, is sometimes I do like these. Sometimes I get in my bed and I. Sometimes I get in my bed and I ramble over Discord. So it's like extra content, kind of extra content. Um, I think only the kids I took advanced classes had study periods. I took advanced classes. anyways, anyways, yeah. Good night, everybody. Good night. Have a good day. Good night. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Hopefully, if I'm responsible, hopefully to later tonight. Hopefully in approximately 16 hours, 17 hours. Good night, Trinity. Anyone else want to speak? Speak now, forever hold your tongue. Good night, Kinetic. Good night, Horse Girl. Um, let's see. Good night, Chunky. Well, right, Misty. Oh my goodness. Misty is a streamer that has been around my chat a few times, so we'll show her some love. Use the raid command because it shows Fox Unity. Oh, I forgot to give you guys your. You know what? Maybe you guys can live without it this stream. I forgot to give you guys a certain something, but you know what? I think I'm gonna withhold it this time around. Yeah, I don't feel like spoiling you guys tonight. You guys can do without. Okay, we're gonna raid her. Bye. I'll talk to you guys later.